Hello everybody! Today we're looking at a short and sweet overview of the 1.1 preview posted on the official Wuthering Waves EN website earlier this morning. This update brings some long-awaited changes to many parts of the game, like the ecosystem, overworld additions, and updates to special events. Our first change is one of the most highly requested, and covers tuners, and specifically tuner synthesis. Kuro is adding the ability to synthesize tuners into a higher rarity. This means that purple tuners can be used to create gold tuners, and blue tuners used to create purple. This will definitely help the massive inventory baggage people have been accumulating across 1.0, and it looks like it'll be a rate of about 5 to 1. Our second change will focus on Union experience, specifically within the databank for unlocking new rarities of echoes. This is being done to accelerate new players towards the late game, and Union XP for those already with a high databank level will actually be retroactively awarded to all players, so make sure to check your mail. Our third change involves the daily activity point reward. Players will no longer be able to get a 1 cost echo from getting 100 daily points, and instead only receive a 3 or 4 cost echo. The fourth change may be the most impactful for daily echo grinders. Databank level 21 will be released, and with it a 100% gold echo drop rate. Now players can end that recurring nightmare of the perfect onset 3 cost dropping as a purple echo. The fifth update actually involves new echo challenges, and naturally new echoes along with that. Apparently this little dude is called Clang Bang, and he'll be used in exploration across certain areas. The sixth update is likely the one that most players have been looking forward to, as it focuses on resource optimization, specifically within echoes. The Tacet Field reward animation will now be removed, and players will be able to collect that reward directly, which was definitely a pain point for any heavy grinders in 1.0. The shell credit cost for leveling echoes will be reduced, and considering the massive cost to recycle echoes in 1.0 that bankrupted a lot of players, this is a welcome change. Our last optimization is actually focused on echo challenges, specifically the Cruise Wing Echo Challenge, where you fly through all of those little hoops. This wasn't too hard on keyboard and mouse, but I can see how there would be huge struggles on mobile to complete this challenge. The important thing to note with all of these changes is that there is no indication that Tacet Fields will be changed in any way. There is no mention of cost reduction or increased rewards, despite many of the rumors that have been floating around across the past few weeks. We can always wait until 1.1 officially releases, but with how detailed these notes are, it's likely that we will not be seeing any permanent updates, like reduced waveplate cost or increased rewards. Moving on to our events. First, there's going to be a new update for the Elusive Realm titled Dreams Ablaze in Darkness. While there aren't many details on the new additions, we know it'll include new mechanics called tokens, symphony rank, and mimetic tuning. The main thing to look out for here is that the total rewards will be increased to 1,000 astrites, which is huge. There will be a new exploration event as well for Mount Firmament, which is that new area releasing in 1.1, with an additional photo collection activity and rewards that include up to 800 astrites, some of those premium resonance potions, premium sealed tubes, and some more unspecified rewards. Kuro has also incorporated some of the feedback from many 1.0 surveys that we've seen floating around publicly. The blue or oscillated coral shop will increase its purchasable quantity from 6 to 7 for all of those pulls. Not bad, but not quite the monthly reset that many players were asking for. We might actually see this number change even more in the future. We've also gotten confirmation about many more of the events coming in 1.1, including a 7-day login event called Gifts of Celestial Light, a commission event called Lolo Campaign, a combat event called Tactical Simulacra, a leveling material double drop event, and an echo double drop event, with more of these details announced at a later time. Following the events, there are some updates on map exploration. Mount Firmament, the new area, will release with a layered map, detailing underground exploration. This will be added to Jinzhou, the 1.0 map, in future updates. Players will also be able to track their exploration quests via their map with a new shortcut. The next change is very quality of life focused, and it's an increased detection range for the loot mapper. Following those exploration updates, Kuro has also planned requested updates to quests and the character gallery. First, players can actually check all resonators that they've unlocked and when they've unlocked them in the gallery. Also within that same gallery, players will be able to review the dialogues of all main story and companion quests. Definitely something if you want a great refresher on where you've gone and how you've gone there. As we move forward further into some of those main quest updates, players are also going to see a lowered UL requirement for many of the acts within the game. Act 4 in Chapter 1 previously had a union level requirement of 14, but that has been lowered to 11, which will undoubtedly speed up the progression for newer players. Additionally, when it comes to daily quests or the daily activities, there's going to be an increased number of tasks and more task variety, making dailies hopefully faster than ever. The rest of these updates are focused on clarity and input optimizations. First, new combat tags will be introduced that further specify what role or abilities resonators have on their teams. This will definitely help streamline team building, especially for newer players. Next, the chat box's size will be adjusted to a half-screen height. Lastly, there are some updates to controllers, adding more options like inverted cameras, new controller shortcuts, and key remapping, specifically for PlayStation controllers. That basically concludes all of the updates. And overall, this set of developer notes covers a lot of quality of life updates that really look to help streamline the experience for current and newer players. However, the one item of note that was mentioned already is that lack of mention of the Tacet Fields. That's definitely something that a lot of players, especially when it comes to Echo experience, have been talking about. But like we saw from many of the previous announcements, specifically in CN and JP, it does look like that additional source of Echo experience is going to be coming from events, rather than increased yields as we saw in the EN announcements. So hopefully this will help clarify, any of the potential misinformation that's been floating around, and we can, really focus on what actually is being added in this version. But with that, best of luck on your 1.1 rolls, and peace out.